Hey, is it starting? Okay, it's starting. Hey Zach, it is Wednesday, February 22nd, and I just came back from doing a bunch of stuff, so I'm tired. I had my first CS18 project graded, which was an implementation of the Pokemon trading card game, with which you interact in the terminal, so it's not that exciting. Did well on that. You said we wanted to talk about things, and since I don't like things that... Wait, I just lost my train of thought. Since I don't like discussing issues relating to people, I'll just tell you about cryptography, because I learned about it today in CS22, which is my discrete math course, and it's fun. Specifically, we talked about a public key crypto system, meaning that if I want you to send me a message secretly, I can make public certain information. You can encrypt your message with that information, and then only I can unencrypt it or decrypt it privately with my private information. That's of course related to the public information. The trick is, okay, I can't speak. The specific one I'm going to tell you about, the one that's very common, the one that's actually used in real life, RSA cryptography. And the RSA is acronyms for people who invented it. Okay. So the point is, I pick two very, very large primes in the proximity of 200 digits, call them P and Q. And then I compute their product, N, which I'll be using for things, and which is P times Q. Now, the reason that this works is because given N, which is one of the pieces of information that's public, it's very hard to factor into large P and Q, even with computers. Now, I start with these, I just construct them. Then I let E, my encryption key, be some integer smaller than P-1, Q-1, so that the GCD of E and P-1, Q-1 is 1. So it has to be relatively prime to P-1, Q-1, as you can see on the little thing I wrote. Then I also choose a decryption key so that it's a multiplicative inverse with respect to the modulus P-1, Q-1. Basically meaning that when I have D times E and I divide it by P-1, Q-1, the remainder is going to be 1. I won't get into equivalence classes and modular arithmetic and whatnot, but that's the basic point of that. If I want you to send me a secret message, I make public the N and E I constructed, and I keep private the D I constructed. Now, if M is an integer representing your message, raise it to the power of E, take it with respect to mod N, and send C. It can be any member of the equivalence class of numbers congruent to M to the E mod N, but typically it's the remainder when divided by N. Yeah, M to the E is the remainder of C over N. So that's the message you send me. And then if I want to decrypt it, I decrypt it with my private D. M is congruent to C to the D mod N. And that's basically how cryptography works. Yay! I won't get into the proof because I actually need to go over that myself. But I hope you sort of learned something. If you didn't get all the math, just take away that it's based on math, and factoring a large number into two large primes is hard. Okay.